Grand Rising people, welcome to Vans from Vitality, where we discuss news, tips, and takes on health, wealth, and the world at large. This is your daily crypto news update. So let's start with the Bitcoin price. So right now we have Bitcoin at $47,323. Over the weekend, it pretty much remained stable. Things are just stable right now. There wasn't any major movement ever since Bitcoin has broke under 50K. It's stayed under 50K for the past week, since the 28th. So we have that. Ethereum is right now at $3,829.48. So there is that. Now let's get into the new story. Eminem, he's getting in on the NFT craze. He bought a Bored Ape for $460 called an Eminem. So, we see this is going to continue to go on with the NFTs. More and more people are getting in on it. And, a lot of people are saying that the NFT craze is going to die down. I really doubt it, because it's just like now it's like being more and more validated by the more celebrities that come in and spend, a lot of money on these things. The more people that come in and say that, all right, this is legit. Now Bored Apes are going to be looking like, like a Picasso or like a Banksy, or not. Like, that's how it is, because that's all art is. Art is just the perspective of the people who are viewing it. So a person can see literally a banana duct taped to a wall and pay $144,000 for it. This has been going on long. This is what I'm saying. Like, and that literally happened. Somebody saw a banana duct taped to a wall and paid like $100,000 for it. So, to say that NFTs are ridiculous compared to that is not really like, it's not a strong argument. So at the end of it, Eminem got in on this. He paid $462,000 for it. And he immediately added the Bored Ape to his profile picture. And we'll see how, it pans out. I mean, he's the owner of it. So if he is the one who wants to sell it or do anything with it, he can get that done. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he did do an NFT project in collaboration with someone earlier before. I was just trying to figure out who it was, but like, if I remember correctly, he did do an NFT collab. So more and more people getting in on this. More and more people getting in on the the NFT thing so far. So, and Bored Apes is gonna keep going. People are gonna keep going into Bored Apes. Like, that's definitely gonna be the next wave. All right. The next story we got is the Bitcoin hash rate has hit an all-time high. Bitcoin hash rate has hit a new all-time high to start off the new year. If you don't know what a hash rate is the amount of computing power needed to mine a single Bitcoin. And I think we mentioned this before about Bitcoin and the hash rate, and it not causing, but it means that there's more and more electricity that's going to be needed to use, because of course you need that electricity to power up the computer, and you're going to need more powerful computers to be able to compute these ultra difficult transactions that are going on within the Bitcoin, network. So let's read on. It says, over the last 12 months, Bitcoin's hash rate has increased by 49% from 136.5 EH, which is exahashes per second, following China's massive crackdown on the mining industry. So that's very interesting to know that as soon as China cracked down on the mining industry, we've seen a growth in the hash rate. So it seems like China was kind of like keeping it a little stable. But then it says the network has seen a steady rebound, or the network has been on a steady rebound, with several major Bitcoin mining operators relocating to the other jurisdictions, including the US and Kazakhstan, as we've mentioned before. Um, Meanwhile, Bitcoin mining difficulty, a measure of how difficult it is to mine new Bitcoins, is projected to increase by another 2.57% this week, according to BTC.com. This would be spitting distance from its previous record high recorded last May. So Bitcoin continually on the move, continually going up in terms of the hash rate, in terms of the difficulty. And we're going to see what happens, at the end of 2022. Because ultimately what this means is the more difficult it is to mine a Bitcoin, naturally the more expensive it's going to be, combined with how scarce it is as an asset, because there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be mined. And there's, still a lot of Bitcoin that is lost. A lot of people have lost their Bitcoin. So because they've lost their Bitcoin, they can't really sell it. They can't really do anything with it. So that value holds. And the cost to mine a Bitcoin is continually going up. Now it's probably within like the 2,000, 3,000 range. So I highly doubt it. This is not financial advice, but I highly doubt that Bitcoin would ever get so low that it got below the price of actually mining the Bitcoin, which is one element of it, which gives it like a certain amount of value, which is great. So there's that story. Moving on, we have Square Enix, the CEO of Square Enix. And if you're not familiar with Square Enix, they make Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a lot of the Sony games. They make a lot of the PlayStation games. So we got the CEO revealing plans for blockchain, metaverse, and NFTs. And it says right here, Yosuke Matsuda draws a line between old school gaming, which he terms play for fun, and next generation blockchain based play to earn gaming. Usually, like, our generation is going to be like a very iconic generation. We're going to leave a stamp, not because in terms of many things, but we're going to leave a stamp in terms of changing what it means to like earn money for a living or earn a living. Now we're going to be able to be doing things like playing video games and earning a living, or making digital furniture or clothes or shoes, or making games, or just being white hat hackers. We're going to experience, this is why everything is happening right now the way it is, in terms of more and more people, especially in the United States of America, not wanting to work these menial jobs that they're trying to raise the wage by a smidgen. Like these fast food restaurants saying, oh yeah, we'll give you guys 12 now instead of 10. Like, people aren't saying, screw off. We're not even interested in that anymore. And the reason why is because people want to do what they enjoy and what makes them happy. And by all means, we all deserve that. We all deserve to be able to do what we want to do to make money and make a living, whether that is you want to play video games and you want to talk about video games and you want to play to earn within the video game, and that video game might be attached to something that is beneficial for the infrastructure of whatever society that you're living in. Then as long as it's beneficial to the greater good, I don't see the problem with it. So it's good to see that a major AAA gaming studio like Square Enix is showing that they have an interest in this, because if I'm not mistaken, Ubisoft had a problem recently where their fans had a backlash because they were trying to get in on it, like NFTs, and their fans didn't like it. I don't understand why their fans wouldn't like it, because I guess the thing why they probably wouldn't like it is because they'll probably get priced out of certain things within the game. But as long as a person can, it should be like, if you play the game and you're really entrenched into this video game and you earn a certain collectible or item within that video game, that you can be able to then take that and put it into your wallet, and it has a certain amount of monetary value. Like, that was the work that you put in. So maybe, they'll make it something like where, a person playing the video game is helping the blockchain to, create more transactions, or just just an example, But the more they play that video game and the more they make themselves maybe a validator on that video game, then they'll earn, a certain collectible, and that collectible they can use to do whatever. And if it's valuable enough to the point where they can use it to buy a car or a house, or, move from this place to that place, then by all means, we need to have more world. We need to have a world like this. This is very important. So let's read. It says wider adoption of non-fungible tokens and play to earn games may be on the way as one of the world's largest gaming companies sees them as the future of the industry. And of course, Yosuke Matsuda, CEO of Square Enix, revealed the company's intentions for blockchain and NFT spheres in his New Year's message on Saturday. In his letter, Matsuda begins with a discussion of the metaverse before noting that Facebook's renaming to Meta is proof that the concept isn't a passing fad. He expects 2022 to be a year of hype for the metaverse as society begins to slowly embrace virtual worlds and their ability to connect individuals across geographical boundaries. He thinks that extended reality technology, the growing use of cloud computing, and 5G will all lead to the metaverse's existence. While discussing the concept, Matsuda wrote, as the abstract concept begins to take concrete shape in the form of product and service offerings, I am hoping that it will bring about changes that have a more substantial impact on our business as well. So yeah, you see that right there. Like, the metaverse is definitely coming. It's definitely going to change a lot in terms of Facebook Meta. As much as you try to fight it, there's just going to be people who are just going to go into it, and people are going to use it, and people are going to work within it. But if you can create, the changes necessary to where people are greatly benefiting from it, and it's not just Facebook benefiting from having people all in this network where they're just going to throw ads in their face and track all their movement, then of course, by all means. And it's good to see that he has a plan, ahead for it, because if we see that, NFTs like Bored Ape and Fidenzas, these are new projects. If we see that new projects are doing this well, and then on top of that, you see that, NBA Top Shot and Autograph and NFL's coming out with their own NFTs, and that's working on that. And then imagine what's going to happen when we see the Final Fantasy NFTs come out, and how they distribute them will be, unique within itself. They may give them away. They may say you can win them. You might beat the game at a certain time and win a unique or create or mint a unique NFT. Those are the things I'm really looking at. And ultimately what I am looking at in this whole entire space is a console that can be a mining rig within itself. So if you can create a video game console that is mining, the currency, the cryptocurrency that is attached to that video game, then I think we're going to see, major progress. And every time that person plays a video game, they're not only earning, that coin based on just mining that cryptocurrency by having the game on, but they're also like playing games and also earning different, other tokens or NFTs or whatever by playing it, because I'm looking at like projects like Helium Network, where they're creating a cell phone network where every single person can contribute to the cell phone network and earn money for, having a device that gives off cell phone service. So that can help with people, in certain areas that are dead areas in terms of coverage, cell phone coverage. That'll help people, make phone calls and do what they have to do. And then you as a person who is holding, that device on Helium Network, you're going to be able to earn money for that. So I'm going to make a video about Helium Network, definitely, because like my goal with this channel is, like I said, health, wealth, and the world at large. But we're definitely going to be focused on, in terms of, wealth and world at large and health, how crypto is really like wrapping all of those things and bringing all of those things together, and certain projects that are definitely going to be, aiding the world and changing the world for the better. And I think Helium Network can definitely be one of those projects where we are demonopolizing the cell phone industry and the, the geocommunications industry by doing that. So I think it's great to see the CEO of Square Enix showing optimism and openness to the NFT space, to metaverse, to play to earn. And like I said before, um, so there's that. Uh, Moving on, we got Samsung. So now Samsung is adding NFT support to its 2022 TV lineup. And this is another thing I expected to happen, because people are now going to want to hold, they're going to want to just have their, and they're going to want to look at the NFTs, and they're going to, use televisions. They're probably using televisions already. I remember they used to have, this was like a couple of years ago. They used to have digital um, portraits in you can make you would have like digital photos, and then you'd be able to just like see them with a digital portrait. So I think we're probably going to start seeing more of those. But we see that Samsung is getting in on the NFTs as well. So electronics giant Samsung is adding support for non-fungible tokens to its 2022 TV lineup, including a screen-based explorer and an NFT marketplace aggregator. According to a press release from the South Korean electronics manufacturer in 2022, Samsung is introducing the world's first TV screen-based NFT explorer and marketplace aggregator, a groundbreaking platform that lets you browse, purchase, and display your favorite art all in one place. And honestly, this is also cool if you know, you can use your TV regularly, and then when it's off or whatever, then you show that NFT. And then again, like what I said about the console and the mining, if they can figure out a way where the electricity that is being used to show and display that NFT can also be used for mining, then because we gotta, because the name of the game is you know eliminating waste. And if you are using electricity, it's best if we're using this electricity and it's going towards building up something. It's going towards contributing to a network or blockchain network, or contributing to, you know, validating a network. So that would be dope within itself as well. I'm looking out for that. I mean, the future is beautiful. We're in we're in probably the greatest time to be alive. So let's keep going. The platform will feature an intuitive integrated platform for discovering, purchasing, and trading digital artwork through Samsung's micro LED, Neo QLED, and the Frame TV ranges. It will include the ability to preview NFT art before purchasing it and explore its history and blockchain metadata. With demand for NFTs on the rise, the need for a solution to today's fragmented viewing and purchasing landscape has never been greater, Samsung wrote in its announcement. The TVs will also include support for smart collaboration, or smart calibration, enabling NFT creators to create preset values for display settings. The smart TVs will then automatically adjust their display settings to match the presets, so you can have peace of mind that your work looks impeccable with true to the original image quality. And non-fungible tokens have boomed over the past year, with NFT trading volumes hitting over $10 billion in the third quarter of 2021, increasing an astonishing 38,000% year over year. And this is the reason why they do what they do. And again, they mentioned this right here. Watch. They say, art NFTs have spearheaded the explosion of interest, with digital artist Beeple making headlines worldwide in March 2021 with a $69 million sale of a single NFT artwork. That was the big bang in this whole entire NFT space. When Beeple sold that NFT for $69 million, it changed the whole entire game, because now these companies, when like you're speaking these companies' language. These companies don't speak in terms of like earnings, in terms of potential. They don't speak in thousands and hundreds and even 10,000s. They speak in millions. So when they see somebody buying an NFT for $69 million, they say, okay, this is not just some silly thing anymore. This is serious. And a lot of people, have their opinions about NFTs, and then, oh, they think it's dumb, or the art is not going to hold up. But the art is going to hold up. The art is going to continue to hold up. The art is going to probably even get more expensive when the next bull market hits. We're probably going to hit a bear market, maybe this year or 2023. But that's going to be another time where you scoop up NFTs and scoop up, and then new NFT projects are going to come out. We're only in the beginning of this. And like, if I were you, because I'm going to be doing it myself, I would be thinking about, what kind of projects I can build, what kind of NFTs can I come up with, what in what sector. It's not just going to be music either, or music or art. It's not just going to be art. It's going to be different things. There's going to be so many different amazing opportunities to change your life. And a lot of people right now are not seeing this. A lot of people are just wallowing in this self-pity and just thinking, oh, just thinking to do things the regular way. And now we're having the opportunity to go in and create NFTs, create projects, be artists, be who we want to be. And investing in yourself is going to be the most important thing to do right now, because you see companies are creating they're not, I wouldn't say that they're creating the ecosystem, but they are creating, complementary products and complementary services around this to make this much easier. Do you really think that they would go in and they would be, catering to NFTs and crypto as $1 billion, telecommunications company and electronics company, if they didn't see the potential in it? If they didn't see that somebody was buying an NFT for 69 million or 1 million and the price was skyrocketing and going up? No. And Samsung was already ahead of the curve, because they had one of their phones. They put a native cryptocurrency wallet on one of their phones. So I think if you get the new Samsungs, if you get a new Samsung now, you can get a native cryptocurrency wallet on that phone because of Samsung. And this is the future. This is the direction that things are gonna go. And it's exciting. It's amazing. So yeah, they even mentioned it in the article. It says, as far back as 2019, the company added support for crypto assets to its smartphones, introducing the Samsung blockchain wallet on its Galaxy S10 model. So Samsung is going all in. And it's very interesting to see this happen with Apple just waiting in the wings, because Apple hasn't done anything yet. And when Apple starts getting involved, then things are really going to start getting crazy. Like, we're talking about, people having NFT avatars on their Apple Watch, or Apple having a cryptocurrency wallet, or I'm trying to see what Apple is gonna do in this, because how Apple goes already. Like, Apple will watch the innovation and they'll see how they can twist the innovation in their favor. But recently, with when Steve Jobs passed, it seems like the innovation just wasn't there. Like, the innovation isn't as much there as it is just taking the technology and just making it more usable or more feasible, or just it's more seamless, versus just like the flat out innovations that are coming with. So we're going to see what happens. Samsung making this move is definitely big. So ultimately, we have these stories right here. Very NFT heavy today. It was very, very NFT heavy today. It's the first week of the year. Happy New Year's to everybody, of course. And I hope that you are even more informed on what's happening in the world at large, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.